All right, let's talk about opportunities in Salesforce. These are the heart and soul of Sales Cloud. They represent your deal. They represent the sales cycle. Don't wait until you've already negotiated the deal with the customer, got the contract signed, and then create an opportunity. You've missed all the chances for Salesforce to help you out. Instead, when you think there's light at the end of the tunnel, I want you to create that opportunity in Salesforce and keep track of it and keep it updated regularly, because that's how the rest of the platform is going to help you make that deal bigger and close that deal faster. Now let me show you what we've pre-configured in this demo environment so that you can log in and check it out. Right here at the top, we've got a sales path. This is based off of my sales process. In your environment, these stages could totally be different, and you can have different stages based on the type of deal that you're selling. But in this case, these are my stages, and I've got this path that tells my reps what fields I want them to focus on and what things they should be thinking about when they're in this stage of the sales cycle. Now, when we look at the opportunity itself, it's just a record. It's a record that keeps track of our expectations. How much revenue do we think we're going to bring in? When do we think this deal is going to close? What stage in the sales cycle is it in? And really anything else you'd like to capture would go here as well. We can keep track of the people that are involved in this sales cycle. Who are you selling to? Are they the decision maker? Are they the executive sponsor? Right? We can keep track of who they are and what role they play. And what's really nice is you can run reports off of this. Show me all the opportunities that are supposed to close this month where we don't have an executive sponsor defined. That might be something you want to jump into, right? And as you talk to the customer, you're going to start adding products, figuring out what you're going to sell them, how many, what the discount is. And as you do, you might want to have multiple iterations of that pricing. You might create a quote, show it to the customer, and then want to go back and add products, remove products, tweak the offering as you move forward. So we'll talk about quotes later, but you should know that a opportunity can have many, many quotes. And in this demo environment, we have both standard quotes and CPQ quotes that we can show you. And then when your deal gets to that appropriate stage, you can simply click that button to submit them for approval. Now in your business, you could automatically approve or deny or route that opportunity exactly to the right person. And when you do submit this record for approval, you can get an email that says, do you want to approve this? Do you want to deny it? And you can simply reply to that email, yes, no, approved, deny, and it'll further kick off the approval process. You can attach any files that you have, log any of your activities, whether you're doing it from Outlook or Gmail. You can manually even log your activities here or create follow-up tasks here. If you're working with a team, you can even mention them, right? Make sure that you get that sales user that you want to get their attention of and notify them right here. Maybe even talk about something or strategize about something. And you also have Einstein paying attention to your opportunity. It can look at the activities you've taken, the fields you've updated, and provide to you insights. And we'll talk more about Einstein scoring later, but you should know that based on how this opportunity is updated and what activities are taken, that this deal will have a different Einstein-generated score, different reasons for it to have that score, and it'll try to give you insight as to when you can expect that deal to close. Now, one last thing that we did is we put a custom action here on opportunities for you. So instead of just clicking edit and having to go through 100 fields of everything you could possibly edit, what if you want your reps to simply update next steps? Or what if you want your reps to put in competitive information? Instead of your reps having to think about which fields you want updated, you can group them together in an action, and now just those fields show up. The rep can just update the close date, update the next steps, hit save, and move on. You get better data quality, and they save themselves some time. Now, this is just one opportunity, right? Well, how are you going to manage your pipeline? How do you make sure that you're representing all of your opportunities to the business? Well, so go to your list view, and you see that you've got different list views here, maybe my open opportunities, okay? And these are your deals. You can view them as a table if you like, but I like viewing them as a Kanban. What this does is it makes it really easy as a rep to just go in and keep my pipeline clean. I can drag and drop, move deals through the stages, and I don't have to go into each one and manually update it. There's a lot more we're going to talk about. We're going to deep dive into quotes, into reports and dashboards, but you should know that opportunities are the heart and soul of Sales Cloud, and this is what your team is going to use to keep track of revenue they're pursuing and how they're going to get there. All right, play with it, check it out, and I'll see you in another video.